stick in the mud, Phil, but I suppose that's correct because you're Loyalist side. There are 0 weeks left. And we got a little bit more popularity. That's good. All right. What have we got here? 18th of May, 1949, the day of the Culture Bill. Public Culture Bill. Wealthy celebrations. In the northern suburbs, the Loyalist Party is hosting a small outdoor celebration for the introduction of the Public Culture Bill, a big banner with the words, "For Propriety in Media." I have a terrible time saying that. Propriety in Media hangs over a small stage set up for the event. So far, the celebration has consisted of a small speech from the president, followed by a local children's choir singing the national anthem. Outside the celebrations, Loyalist banners and flags fly high throughout the entire district. It's a symbol of a unified people with not a single disloyal citizen to be seen throughout this district. Okay. Totalitarian utopia. I'm getting achievements here. The Western districts have always been supportive of the Loyalist government, but it's never been more evident than today. While a few rebel voices once rang through the district, they are now nothing but a faint memory, long gone from the minds of the people living here. Loyalist government has clothed all the walls of multiple buildings throughout the district with giant banners emblazoned with their emblem. As one walks down the street, an eerie feeling of authority can be felt, ensuring the safety of both you and your neighbors. Well then. Full body check, achievement unlocked. At the Eastern factories, the day has been filled with searches and examinations. The Loyalist government has sent out countless police officers to inspect the industries with instructions to stop at nothing to exterminate the last of the rebels. Guards have been posted at every gate and have been instructed to do full strip searches on any workers they find suspicious. The government has also made sure that no one leaves without their permissions and has set up multiple barricades along the eastern borders of the district. Damn. So basically, due to our efforts, the government has won, essentially. Achievement unlocked, giving up. Over by the southern docks, it is a day just like any other. What once seemed like a radical and controversial reform is now nothing more than a whisper, echoing only in the hearts of rebellious juveniles. Some of these juveniles have put up disloyal propaganda on walls and billboards in preparation for this day. However, now that it's arrived, it would seem that most of them have stayed indoors. For better or for worse, a strange feeling of tranquility has descended upon the southern docks, and with the Loyalist government making sure the media doesn't disrupt the peace, it seems that this feeling will last. Yeah. So basically, this is the ending that we got because we completely supported the government. Well done. While the city is as busy as ever, a small newspaper called the Westport Independent soldiers on. The paper has had its fair share of ups and downs lately, but no matter what hardships it faces, it just keeps on standing. Uh-oh. While the current Westport Independent might show exemplary morals and loyalty, their road to propriety was not without complications. Like several of the local papers, there were certain individuals who showed a general lack of character. Individuals whose difficulties with authority led to both violence and vandalism. Individuals whose misguided and deviant ideals poisoned the minds of those around them. Individuals whose selfish behavior undoubtedly posed a danger not only to themselves, but to society as a whole. At the Westport Independent, this individual was named Frank. Good old Frank. Naturally, like other local papers, people like Frank have been removed or re-educated to ensure Westport is a shining example of press integrity and responsibility. So Frank essentially got abducted and probably murdered. Or killed. Yeah. Choose a word. But what matters is not those who have left. What matters are the dutiful ones remaining, whose can-do spirit delivers the truth and cultivation to the public. The paper has also suffered some blemishes on its otherwise spotless record. Months ago, one of these traitors, a journalist of questionable integrity named Julie, not only left the paper, but also the country. Wow. Having studied abroad and been turned by foreign propaganda, authorities believe that she returned home with the intention of spreading subversive, disloyal slander. So Julie got away, fortunately. This is only reinforced by her recent actions overseas, spreading blatant lies about both her native city and country to the local press. The Westport Independent has taken great care to distance itself from this dangerous traitor, with several of its employees denying ever having anything to do with Julie. For an example of the staff's loyalty, one only needs to look at one of the publication's rising stars, which is Phil, the modern journalist. A longtime veteran of the Loyalist Party and the Westport Independent, Phil has quickly adopted the new guidelines of the Public Culture Bill and the LNMA, becoming a shining example for other members of the team. Besides adhering to the journalistic standards, he has even aided the process in another way, helping to identify certain rogue elements within the publication. Well done. So Phil pretty much is a shining star of the Public Culture Bill because he was loyalist. This exemplary act of civil courage aided integration greatly. Why, as it stands right now, Phil is both an inspiration for the public's new employees and an embodiment of the LNMA spirit, who will undoubtedly go far indeed. And then we have Anne, but it's not just the male employees that stand out. Its female staff share the same inspiring qualities. For example, Anne, a working single mother of one and role model for the LNMA spirit. As a proud citizen of the Eastern Factory District, she embodies the very spirit that drives her district, clockwork efficiency. In comparison to less devoted female LNMA employees, despite overtime pay cuts and the untimely passing of her husband in an industrial accident, Anne has managed to author several of the paper's most successful stories at incredible speed. By both doing the work of herself and even other employees, Anne works tirelessly to both bring the nation its news and is an inspiration to women everywhere. Developed by 0010, that was the Westport Independent. So pretty much Phil and Anne were doing alright. Anne still seemed like she got shafted because she has all that work to do, but hey, at least she's not probably being tortured in some gulag like Frank. Good old Frank. And then Julie got away from the country, and Phil's doing just fine on his own. This was a rather interesting game, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I very much so enjoyed myself. So thank you for joining me on this playthrough of the Westport Independent. You can get it on Steam. I think it is going for $10, about $9.99. Highly suggest it. It was very fun. Rather short, but you can go for the other endings, I'm pretty sure, by going pro-rebel and trying to walk the thin line and not get your head cut off by the government. But I'll leave that to you guys, because this game was very fun, and I don't think I'll be doing the other playthroughs, but maybe in the future, who knows. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.